Hi, everyone. YouTube tells me I'm live. Can you hear me as well as see me? Would you give me a thumbs up or a 5x5 if you don't know how to use the emojis? If you can see me and hear me, let me know. Ricky's here. Steve is here. Julie's here. Tess is here. By the time we officially start, we'll have the 20 participants needed, I am sure, to make a change in our world. Because, I love all those 5x5s. Thank you, guys. Hey, I want to show you something. I don't think she'll be joining us for the video, but I got a gift from Bara in Germany recently, and it's got a beautiful tone to it. If you have seen this in the background, listen to it. It's small but powerful. So let's let those bells ring and clear out the energy. And I just love that sound. Love it. I never thought you could get such a beautiful bell tone from something that small. Okay, it is 2:00, so I am going to start the welcome. And indeed, if you're here today to observe in neutrality or participate positively, you are so welcome. We're glad you're here. My name's Laura, and I do a monthly meditation. It may not proceed in ways that you're expecting if you are a new viewer. We simply view meditation and what we do here as focused energy, focused thought. And so, in other words, yoga positions aren't necessary, although, hey, if you can do a lotus position and you want to do that during this, you feel free and go right ahead, okay? I have a few subscribers that like to listen while they lay flat on the floor to get their chakras in alignment. Most do it sitting up, I think, but whatever works for you is fine with me. Now, our non-denominational meditations are we welcome your participation, but it is voluntary on your part. So while I will try to keep this non-denominational and meaningful in a way that you can feel happy about participating the whole way through, if I have, like, say, I mention a visualization, let's for a couple of minutes visualize this, and you don't want to do that, sit it out. We want your participation to be voluntary and heartfelt. So again, I welcome everyone here. And thank you so much for joining us for this meditation. You can't see her, but Sparkle is over here on the tarot cloth catching a nap. She wanted to be part of the show, so she's providing her energy. And let's get started. So first of all, what we do is we state our intentions, and then we protect those intentions. So our intention today, besides having a meditation that focuses on the main topic of grit, and I'll talk about that in more detail later, is that if you join in this meditation in some form or fashion, that you are protected and your energy and intentions are protected from evil or negativity in any form before, during, and after this meditation. So in other words, we are protecting this energy. Kind of figure us as a capsule moving through time and space. So nothing is going to be able to interfere with our intention and our energy gift to the universe. Coming at it from a sneaky angle, from ahead or behind, it's just not going to be allowed. We want our intention to be set for perpetuity and only used for the intentions we provide it for. Now, I mentioned that we welcome those of you that want to observe in neutrality and those of you that want to participate positively. We don't have a lot of issues with negative energy, but from time to time, we've noticed a little bit during these meditations. To that end, I would like you to know that if you're here to provide or send some negative or even evil, dark energy to us, we are going to be gathering that up and sending it to the creator of all creators, however you envision that to be purified and transmuted and repurposed and never available in negative form on this plane of existence again. In other words, we're doing our little bit to help this world not only go from dark to light, but to have that light be a larger percentage of the harmonious whole. So if you'll help me with that, I'm going to count down from 3, and let's visualize any negative energy just being gathered up and sent that way. We don't return it to sender, then it can be reused. We send it to be transmuted and purified and changed. Let's do that in 3, 2, 1, now. I visualize a dandelion. I blow it because I don't want to give evil too much time or energy. And it sparkles as it moves into an iridescent, beautiful light field. That's how I envision the light. I love iridescent type colors, so that's how I envision that. Okay, now our other intention is that any positive intention that's stated during this meditation, again, I just want to reiterate that it may not be used, converted, transmuted, or hijacked for other purposes or evil ever. In perpetuity, it is going to remain as we intend it today if our intention is positive. So we want that protected energy. In the past, people with good faith and good heart have participated in large-scale meditations, and unknowing to them, and this happened in churches and out of churches, it's happened in all sorts of settings, their energy that they were sending out in good faith got hijacked and used other ways. So we don't permit that, allow that, and we don't give that any either implied or explicit consent. So our energy is ours to be directed forever the way we intend it in positivity. Okay, now we also intend that the energy of love and light given in this meditation be bestowed in equal measure on those of us who give it. So we feel our creator of all creators love and know that our meditation will have made a positive impact in our world or realm that we find ourselves living in, and that our personal resources of love and light may fill up even faster than we give them out. So again, if you learn to view yourself as a conduit of light and loving energy, you never have to worry about being depleted. Now, if you're giving from a bucket that you're not refilling, and that has happened to people in the past, yes, they do get depleted. But my intention and my hope and prayer for each of you is that your buckets will be refilling even faster than you give it out, so that, again, we can be conduits of energy that make a difference and impact in our world. All right, now let's make sure we're ready to do this, okay? So first of all, our chakras run in a line down our bodies. So as much as possible, try to get yourself into an upright position. I have a dear friend, and I know at least one subscriber that have scoliosis. They do their best. And believe me, if the creator of all creators can make everything that ever is, was, or will be, that same force can work around a non-straight line. Do your best to meet that energy halfway. And I have absolutely no doubt that you will have your chakras in alignment enough to receive, participate, and feel benefit from this meditation. Okay, now if you're sitting up, one of the things we know is that we're coming into this meditation, which only takes, I try to keep them under 30 minutes. Okay, but we have lives, and those lives do have some stresses or complications or issues that go on. And we had to deal with them before we sat down here to do this meditation. So you may have some residual stress or tension in your body that is going to impact your ability to participate, send out this good vibe, that kind of thing. So check your shoulders, because one of the first places our bodies show stress is by our shoulders bunching up. So push them down, folks. We're sitting up as straight as possible, and we are pushing those shoulders down. It should feel really good stretching in through here. Okay? Just push those shoulders down, okay? In a minute, we're going to be doing some inhale exhales, and it will also really help you on the exhale. As you exhale, push those shoulders down. It's a beautiful and fast way to get some stress removed from your body, from your where you're living and operating in, okay? Now, there's another thing we can do with breath that I'd like to do today. I haven't done it consistently in every meditation, but I would like to mention it today. And that is where you take 2 breaths in, hold, and 1 out. Okay, kind of a hitch breath, okay? And that really helps too. And on those exhales, bring those shoulders down. Let's try that for 3 of those, okay? In, hold, and out. Number 2, in, hold, and out. And number 3, In, hold, and out. On that one, we were affecting our physical body. Now, in the next 3 breaths, we're going to be visualizing the rest of our being, okay? Again, any residual negativity that was in us, on us, attached to us, has been directed towards us, is intended for us, okay? We're going to be gathering that up with these breaths. And again, sending that to the creator of all creators, however you envision that to be transmuted and purified, and just kind of make ourselves that light-filled, vessel, okay? A sparkling piece of crystal. So when we do these breaths in, if you want to close your eyes and visualize, you can. But here's how I envision it. Each breath in is going to be sparkling, clear, pure, healthful, helpful, just exactly perfect for our human encasings, okay? So each breath in is perfect. By the way, I just think I saw my first fairy. So we'll find out as we do the replay, but I'll talk about that in a second. 3 breaths in, back to that. The first breath in, you're going to breathe in very, very deeply, hold it and out. And when it comes out, any remaining residual negativity is going to come out. And again, just picture that leaving our plane of existence and going to be purified. By the second breath in, those of you that have some experience with this, it should already look just as beautiful going out as it did coming in. And by the third one, even our novices should notice that their exhale, if they picture it this way, it will be this way, that your exhale is as clear and pure and iridescent and beautiful going out as it is. In other words, cleaning ourselves out energetically so that love and light are what we are and what we're manipulating and what we're using and what we're intending. Let's do those 3 breaths now. Okay, first breath in, hold, and as it comes out, picture it tinged with gray possibly, or darker if you had a lot of stress and issues going on, or you haven't cleared yourself energetically in the past. Let's do that second breath in. Ready? Hold, and out. Shoulders coming down as it goes out. Should be sparkling and pretty clear. Third breath's going to be perfect. In and out. Ready? In, hold, and out. Shoulders coming down. It feels so good. So good. Okay, so we have stated our intention. We've protected our intentions. We've read it ourselves physically. We're picturing our intention never being able to be impacted or transmuted or changed or harmed in any way, just moving through time and space. As long as there's a need for the intention, it is there, and it is as we send it out. And then we're picturing ourselves donating our own essence, our love, our light to this as our free will allows. And anything we're donating, we're receiving back as far as being refilled energetically, even faster than we can give it out. Again, learning to be a conduit can make us very powerful, powerful co-creators of this reality and help this reality go from dark to light. So we've got that done. We've done our 3 breaths. Let's begin the meditation. It may sound silly, but the meditation just continues with me talking. But let's get into it. I chose our focus for this month to be grit. And I think it doesn't get a lot of press, but I think grit is an important trait to embrace, to seek, and to utilize. You see, grit is what makes us get up when we've been knocked down. Resilience keeps us hard to knock down. But if circumstances or situations occur where we do get that big blow, grit is what makes us say, not today, I'm getting back up. I'm going to keep at this. I'm going to keep my eye on the prize. Now that grit can show up in different ways with different people. I thought as I was preparing for this of a few times in my life when I had to embody grit. I had a very challenging work situation about halfway through my career in a teaching situation. It was one that might have made another person actually leave the teaching field. And I just said, no, I'm going to go the distance and nothing's going to make me stop. When I was raising a family and working full time when I worked on my degree, and the degree requirements got changed on me. and I faced a lot of extra hours. It was very daunting. And I finally decided, no, I'll jump through whatever hoops I have to jump through. I'm going to get this degree and be a teacher. And I was in my mid-30s before that happened, just so you know. Okay, didn't have a silver spoon and parents sending me to college or that kind of thing. And I didn't face a lot of support at home because it just seemed unrealistic to those around me to even think that I could better myself or have a degree. I had a devastating emotional reaction to a failed romance back in my early 40s and constant tears. And I finally, one day, I just said, enough, enough. No disappointment, no person is going to make me lose my joy of life, period. I got mad at myself, but that was grit. Okay. Now, we're facing that ourselves in our daily lives because those of you that are participating in this meditation right now, I see we've got 62 people that are still with us participating. Those of us that are awake, we had to shake off programming. We had to start seeing through some lies, some very deep lies about our reality, where we live, who we are. And in my case, sometimes I'm still making those discoveries. But we had to kind of walk a path that was not standardized. It was not for everybody. And we've had to face those disappointments. We've lost friends and family along the way. We've had that heartache of seeing hints of what true evil can be and do. So we've had to have that grit of saying, I'm not going to stop waking up. I want truth. I want to live truth. I want to speak truth. And I want to fight for truth. Or at least I do. That's me. That's Laura Speaks. If you don't align with that, you use whatever word besides truth you want to. If you say, I want to live love and show love and embody love, you change that word to suit you. Okay. But for me, part of it is truth, realizing how many lies we've been told and or starting to get a clue about how many lies we've been told. I'm not saying I'm there yet. I think the discoveries are still coming, but I intend to have the grit to face those harsh realities and those harsh truths and not give up and continue my journey, because I feel like my energy is going to be lasting forever, to continue my journey and my resolve to move towards light, to move towards more perfect light and love. Okay? Now, I'm not talking about any soul traps here. I'm just talking about how an ascension path of light and love. And I want to be on it. And I want that participation in that ascension path to be permanent, in perpetuity, as I say often. It's a word I like. I think we should use it more often. So I want you to take a moment as you listen to me and think of a time that you have had to display. We're not going to think of the times you didn't. Okay, those were learning opportunities. Think of a time that you either embodied grit or a time, something you're facing in your life where you want to draw on more grit to get through it, to stand back up, to say, hell no, not today. I'm not quitting. I'm not stopping. And nothing's going to get me deterred. You can hurt me, but you can't stop me. That grit. Okay? Take a minute and think about that. Picture yourself in that situation, saying the words in the way that it would be meaningful for you. Getting through that situation, getting through that, starting that new path. Sometimes we waste our energy on confrontations when we just need to be going, hey, no, I'm going this way because it's the right way. So picture yourself doing that. Picture yourself having more reserves of grit than you need to use. Always. I had a very close relative of mine. I'll be honest. It was my mother. She wasn't very nurturing. And one time she told me, she said, no matter how I hurt you, you keep getting up. Nothing keeps you down. Now, why I had a mother that wanted to see what my limits were, I don't know. I guess it was a soul contract. But it was one of her best compliments, even though it did embody some truths and incorporate some pain. Yeah, no. So you get down one more time, then get up one more time, then you get knocked down. Saying nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to keep me from my path. And my path extends beyond this shell. And it is a path I have decided goes towards light, goes in ascension path, goes up. I also think there's way more than 17 dimensions. So while I want our Earth to go from 4D to 5D, I think there's no limit to the Ds that we could eventually discover and participate in. Okay, now we are in this meditation of our free will, and we have those we care about. Now, not everybody wants to embrace the quality of grit or ascension or waking up. So we don't want to violate anybody's free will. But if you could picture someone you think might welcome having some more grit reserves, some more ability to not just be resilient and withstand some blows, but to get up after they get knocked down. Picture that person getting their resources filled to overflowing of grit. Okay? I have one that I dearly love that I know would welcome this. So I am picturing that person having just reserves of grit that never run dry. Never. And now for the third phase of what we're doing. I would like you to picture our world. Our world has been artificially kept down in 3D. I picture our world, our plane of existence, as being as much alive as we are, and has had negative impacts that were intentionally done to it. Okay? I am picturing our world, our reality, having grit to shake off any artificial constraints, any impacted possibilities, to shake it off and reach full potential. So I don't care if you picture, hang on, I got to do it backwards. If you picture our reality as a globe or the flat earth, got to go the other way here, or simply a plane or a matrix, however you want to envision it. Picture it so full of grit, the ability to overcome, to withstand, to the stubborn refusal to be negatively impacted anymore, ever again. Let's take a minute and give that gift to reality as we know it. If you'd like to, if that's your free will, it is mine. Let's take a minute and picture that. So I'm picturing more of a dome. That's just how I picture it. And I'm picturing it sparkling and just starting to glow. And it's just like getting charged up and able to rise up and shake off and reach full positive maximum potential. There shouldn't be a maximum, a limitless potential. Okay, we've embraced, if we so chose, building that quality of grit in ourselves. Hopefully, circumstances and situations, we're not giving permission for those to increase where grit is needed, but we want it available should the need arise. And we want it available in abundance should the need arise. We have pictured those we love that we think might embrace and enjoy having more reserves of grit. We've sent that out to them. And then again, if your free will aligned with it, we have thought of that for our reality, that we can provide that energy, that grit to overcome, to move beyond, and to reach towards a limitless positive potential. So that's what I had for you today in this meditation, as far as the grit element involves. Let me check the time here. We have a few minutes. Just want to talk about this video because this video is being recorded, even though I am doing this live, so there were no take twos possible. It is being recorded, and it is being recorded with the live chat replay. Now, understand it takes a while for the live chat replay to show up. Okay, so you can watch the meditation as soon as I stop it, but it'll take a couple hours for the live chat replay to show up. If you would like to state a positive intention that you would seek some energy helping you with, please take a minute and add that to the live stream chat. If you can't get it ready before this meditation concludes, you are more than welcome to put it in the comments under the established live stream video that'll be under my live tab. And I know that there are numerous people that watch these videos more than once, that there are people, and myself included, we go back, we read the comments. And then there are those that say when we see a need or a request for some energy, if our free will is in agreement, we provide it for it. And understand always that time is a human construct, and it's not how things are. You can be with me today as this goes live and participating. And if you watch it next week or tonight or tomorrow, a year from now, you can set your personal intention. If you'd like to have your energy coming at this meditation, you can send your energy. That's why we protect it from the negative from the future, because there are people in the future or beings in the future that might be trying to send negative energy back. Well, we've got to protect it, but we have a permanent welcome to positive light-filled energy to this. So this meditation actually is going to be more powerful as time goes on and more effective. And you are welcome at any time to join it, to revisit it, to send that positive energy to us. If you feel like there's negative energy that you need to be rid of, participate, because we send it at the start of the video. We send it off. We're doing our part to help this plane of existence become lighter and brighter and reach full positive potential. So I've been ignoring the chat off to the side, just speaking to you, me to you. I'm going to look here for a second and just see. We've got, people are putting some intentions down there, things that they would like. I don't care if it is healing for a sick pet, or for somebody to wake up, or for someone that has decided to go back to sleep to wake up. If it's for resilience or energy, or, even help getting over a writer's block or whatever it might be, you are welcome to ask for help with a situation that you would like positive energy for. Can't promise you that everybody's going to say, yep, I'll give you some of mine for that, but there will be enough that you will feel a difference. That's it for this video. And I thank you so much. I thank Tess. I know her singing bowls are going. Ricky Green, who is learning how to be a very effective remote healer, was here. Steve Turnsk, who is my tarot buddy behind the scenes and has helped me more ways than he'll ever know to embrace tarot and to see how it can be a universal tool. And so many more of you. I just appreciate Transcending Julie, going through so much off camera and still filled with love and light and a purpose that's very, very bright. So that's just a few of the names that are jumping out at me here. And I just thank you so much for being part of this and contributing your energy in positivity to embracing more of the traits that make our human existence more meaningful and more powerful. So I'm going to count down from 10 and conclude this video again with many, many thanks to those of you that brought your special gifts to this arena, and for those of you that participated positively, and just for being here. We don't take you for granted, and we have made an energetic difference in this plane of existence. We have, and we will continue to. As time goes on, so will our energy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Bye.